Hey everybody, Motorport 59 here. Talk a little bit about what's going on again this summer in California, and that is wildfires. If you look back behind me there, it's kind of hard to see because the lighting is poor. It's late in the afternoon, or actually early in the evening. But behind me there, you can see it's gray, brownish, whatever you want to call it. Looks like it's cloudy back there, but it's not. That's smoke. And it's all around us. You can see back in the sky over that way. Sorry, my trees got that view blocked up. But back there, it's all around us. Actually, the sky up above is actually a little bit blue today. Yesterday it wasn't. It was completely covered yesterday like it was last summer. But anyway, the reason that I wanted to bring this up is because we still have Gavin Newsom in office, and I don't know how many of you remember last year during the fires with that idiot standing in front of one of our burned out towns. I don't even remember which one it was. Standing there saying, well, I guess this answers the question about climate change, that it's real because these towns are gone and these fires are so severe. Completely ignoring the fact that part of the problem, a huge part of the problem, are his and the federal government's management of our forests. They are so in bed with the environmental lobby that they cannot separate fact from fiction. It's just no longer possible for them to do it, and they live in this fantasy world where they're not responsible for any of this. It's all about climate change. It's all about anything and everything except anything that they have anything to do with. Climate change has nothing to do with what's going on in California over the last couple of years. It's piss poor forest management. People talk about the drought. Yeah, we're having a drought in the West. It happens. And they call this a mega drought. We had one like this in the 70s. My last year in high school, and for the, it was 76, 77, and part of 78. And then in the winter of 78, we had one of the wettest years on record in California. Droughts happen. They are regional events. I went to a fundraising lunch and meet and greet with Larry Elder last week, and he said something that I'd never heard anybody say it before. More people probably have, but one of the things he said was, God creates droughts, man creates shortages, and that is so true. The water infrastructure in California hasn't changed significantly in over 50 years, even though our population has doubled. And that's another problem we have with fighting fires. It is a problem we have with our water supply in general. But these fires, the severity of these fires has nothing to do with climate change. We have lightning every year. It starts fires every year, and it has throughout my memory, and I've lived in California my entire life. We have to get rid of people like Gavin Newsom, not just him. I am becoming more and more certain that he will be out of here after September 14th, after the recall election. But still, they're going to make this mail-in votes only, mail-in ballots only. So there are plenty of chances for the Democrats to cheat this election, like I'm convinced more and more that they did the general election. But it isn't just Newsom. We have to get rid of the Democrats. We have to get rid we need to drain the Sacramento swamp. We need to drain the Delta. I don't know if the damage is irreparable, but if we don't do something about it, pretty soon it will be, because their ties to the environmental lobby, and I'm talking about conservation, I'm talking about environmental wackos, environmental nutcases, the crazy, crazy things that the Democrats have done to repay the environmental lobby here in California and across the nation, really. But for this video right here in California, the they're repaying the environmentalists for the billions of dollars they have poured into the Democrat coffers over the years. It's disgusting, and people have suffered. I have a cousin, Jaylene, who lived in Paradise, and when that fire was done, all that was left of their home and everything they ever owned was a concrete slab, a chimney, and a swimming pool. Everything else was gone. They were fortunate to be able to get out. They owned a motorhome, so they got their animals and evacuated, but they didn't have time or the room to get much of anything else, and they lost everything. And it was because of piss poor forest management, and we need to get that changed. And one of the things that Larry Elder talked about was getting those changes initiated. But without draining the Sacramento swamp, the Delta, I fear that we won't get much done. So think about that. Whether you're a liberal or a libertarian or a conservative or whatever, think about the true damage that's being done by people like Gavin Newsom and the Democrats in California when it comes to our forests, the management of them or the mismanagement of them, and the utter devastation and destruction that these fires bring in the name of environmentalism. And it isn't about climate change, it's about politics. All right, what do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motopoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later.